Well, good morning. Welcome to this edition of our weekly market report brought to you by FiberMax and Stoneville Seed. Exports have just come out. Let's take a look at them. We've got cotton that we've moved to the 2018-2019 year. 176,600 running bales. Vietnam took 93,800. Thailand took 24,500. China took 12,200. Looking for shipments. $272,800. Cotton market was down around 8 to 10 before this report. Right now it's down 2. Looking at soybeans, net sales 421,800. Excuse me, that's up noticeably from previous numbers. Netherlands took 165,300. Egypt took 111,500. Spain took 96,800 metric tons. Soybeans before the report was down 0.75 cents. Right now it's down 1.50 pennies. Corn, net sales of 554,500 metric tons, and that's up 33% over the 4-week average. Mexico took 151,100 metric tons. South Korea took 138,200 metric tons. Japan took 93,000 metric tons. Corn was up 0.75 cents before the report. Right now, corn is up 0.75 cents. Moving now to wheat. Net sales of 317,100 metric tons, down 17% from the previous week, but up 5% from the 4-week average. Japan took 76,500 metric tons. Indonesia took 70,000 metric tons. The Philippines took 59,000 metric tons. Wheat before the report was down 5. Right now it's down 5.5. Looking over at cotton, cotton is back to where it's down 7, so it's very close to where it was before the report came out. I will say that overnight cotton did get to 86.83, so we've bounced off of that level. A reminder that we have tomorrow the monthly crop report number coming out. That's supply and demand and production. At the same time as with regard to cotton, we've got the chance of rain in the coming days. Matter of fact, as I look at some of the comments on cotton, we've been trending down some over the last week. We saw a high before we started trending down of 89.17, a low of 86.83 made overnight. As far as the news goes, same old news. Chinese sanctions still hang over the market. We have that crop report tomorrow that I mentioned, and the chance of rain in West Texas through Monday, and that has been putting downward pressure on the market. What to expect? More of the same. If they do get rains, we could see this market drop another 100 points, maybe even more. So we'll keep an eye on that. So a lot of things going on to create volatility in this cotton market. Same thing could be said of soybeans, corn, and wheat. Over the last week, soybeans have continued to trend higher from a low of 885.5 to a high of 914.5, and that was made overnight. Right now we are at 909.25, and I would just go ahead and say the news there is somewhat similar to cotton. We had the trade sanctions hang over the market that pushed these markets down so much. But then we came to an agreement with the European Union. They agreed to buy more soybeans, and so the market has had a good bounce as a result of it. There's a limit to the upside here, and we maybe have found it somewhere up toward 920 basis of November soybeans, or a little higher. That might be it until something is worked out with China. So we could very well retreat some from these levels. Corn, the market's been trending up there from a low made last week of 379 to a high made at 388. Same sort of news there with corn in the market. Wheat has actually been trending down, although beans and corn trending up. Wheat's been trending down. It made its high at 593 about a week ago, and the recent low is 561.75. You're looking at a little bit of a different situation in wheat. It had its biggest run up. It regained all of what was lost during the trade sanctions sell-offs. Its fundamentals were more positive. They were not as effective with the trade sanctions, so that market was allowed to go back up. But I think the general feeling is just maybe got too high. So really that's it. Let's take one last look at the markets. Cotton has moved down some. We're down 15 at 87.03 with a low of 86.83. November soybeans down a penny and a half. That market has moved down a little bit more, trading at 5.09. December corn up 3/4 at 3.85 3/4. It's unchanged from where it was before the report. September wheat down 6 1/4 at 5.63 1/2. That market's moved down about a penny and a half since the reports have come out. So that's really it. Don't forget, tomorrow, big day with the crop report. Make sure you join us in the morning. We'll look at expectations then, and then we'll actually look at the numbers right after they come out at 11 o'clock. And we'll talk to you later this afternoon after the markets close. Have a good day.